In this section, we're going to look at a few ways we can check our audio effects without needing to enter play mode. Here I have a scene where I've added a game object named Sound Emitter, and on this sound emitter, I've added the audio source that we created previously on the spinning top. I've simply moved it away from the spinning top so that it floats in the air and makes it easier for us to see. One of the useful things in the scene view are the gizmos, which allow us to tell where objects are even if they don't have a visual component. As we can see, there's a floating white speaker icon in my scene. This is a gizmo representing something has an audio source. Any object with an audio source will have one of these speakers attached to it. If I'd like to click on this audio source and select the sound emitter, all I need to do is click on the speaker icon. If I don't see the speaker icon, or if I'd like to turn it off, I can click the Gizmos drop-down in the scene view. Here, I can see the speaker icon for the audio source. If I'd like, I can simply click the speaker icon and hide that gizmo. Inversely, if it's currently hidden, I can click it to turn it on. Besides simply using gizmos, I can also use the scene view to actually listen to my audio. At the top of the scene view, right next to the light toggle, is the audio toggle. If I turn this on, I will hear the audio playing in my scene. It's worth noting that while I have this toggle turned on, audio is not heard from the audio listener that's in my scene, in this case on the main camera, but instead, our view of the scene represents the audio listener. Therefore, we are currently the audio listener in this scene while it's not running. Therefore, as I move closer to the audio, it gets louder, and as I move further away from the audio, it gets quieter. My position relative to the audio source is also represented by the red vertical bar in the 3D sound settings graph. Using this feature, I can test things like pan by placing my position to the left or to the right of my audio source. And I can test things like different types of roll-off. Say, if I wanted to change my roll-off to a logarithmic roll-off. It's worth noting that this audio toggle, which I now currently have turned off, only works on audio sources that are set to play on awake. Therefore, if I uncheck play on awake on this audio source, and then turn the audio toggle on, I no longer hear it in the scene view. Audio sources set to not play on awake need to be triggered by some type of script, and therefore cannot be previewed unless we actually run the scene.